July 21st, Sunday, 2024. I'm taking advantage of the fact that my roommate is gone for the day and just gonna stay in here and do videos because it's quiet, energy's awesome. I had an idea. I think it would be cool. So, what I've been doing is taking pictures of the energies that are here. Okay, because there's more than one, and they're separate energies. Not like one just multiplied one. They're different. And I'm able to get a little blurb of them when I get near them, like with Scooter. It's very her energy is it's what is it, 6 or 9? Because as above so below. Flip over the 6 and the okay. So I get it confused. I heard 9. I could describe her: long, past her shoulders, dirty brown hair color. Quiet, shy, okay. Wore a lot of dresses the long past her knees, but that's not when she passed, okay. So like if like right now plugged in, okay, to my scooter, my little e-scooter. If I my phones are charging, but if I would show you this app. Okay, you'll see a little green something, but this thing picks up is just what we can't see, but it's electromagnetic, and in the form of people. Then it's not always, but I'll show you. Okay. What I find odd is I noticed a couple of my apps are working a little bit. Oh, fuck me. I didn't think of that. Okay, I won't. One of my, okay, so I have 2 phones. My regular phone, soft phone, and I have another one that was hacked. Stopped using it for a while, but I got it back. Because it's got pictures, videos, and shit. It occurred to me, and some of the apps are the same. Like Google Earth, Google Lens, and both my Ghost apps, okay. But because I didn't always have Wi-Fi, my older phone didn't update those apps when they had an update go through, whether it was a security patch or just changes. With regard to Google Lens, updates. So let's say we spot something that let's say something is spotted that's going to get somebody in trouble. Got to make sure that in the next patch that gets fixed. Make sure whatever cover is supposed to be, pull it over just a little bit more. Okay. Anybody ever wonder what the Magic Eraser does in your photos as for editing? You can have 2 people, you can use Magic Eraser and just get rid of the whole person, but like the background still. You ever wonder how that happens? How it's able to do that? Like, how many layers, right? I mean, I take a picture of a birth certificate. Go to Marriage, or Magic Eraser. Erase the 5. Print it out. That's kind of cool. Just completely gone. But you would need the actual paper to be able to print that out, though, right? How would you get the paper? Is it like you can't just walk into a store and purchase Social Security paper, right? Or birth certificate paper, because it's got seals and stuff, and that's how people confirm the validity. I don't know, but let's say you're a big enough organization where you could threaten somebody enough to say, I want 2 boxes of what you just brought in. I'm going to put this axe through your head or whatever. And so now you have a box of... I'm just spitballing. Because Well, it's not like it's possible. I was just wondering, like, energy. If we know, okay, plants. They've proven that you can play classical music or music, and they'll grow better or worse or whatever. Depends on the plant. You can play metal for one, and it'll just. But you can play metal for another, and it's just okay. That explains maybe your neighbor, or or you have twins. One loves metal, the other one just loves classical. So, but they're twins. Okay, because energy's different. Energy moves different when you manipulate it different in different ways, right? You can butter up one person and to make them feel good, and another one all you have to do is just smile or just say you look great, and that is what does it. It depends. Everyone's engines get revved in different ways in order to make them feel good, right? Now let's remove the physical body, all this, for a second. Energy's still there. The same way that my engine was revved before, it's going to be the same thing. Just in the way it's whatever. Replace this with a scooter. Okay, so basically what we're going to do, I'm going to take a picture. Now we've already proven that I can take a picture, and when I zoom in enough, it's capturing some kind of heat, friction, because of the filters that I'm using. Shows that, right? What I want to do is take a picture, then wait, talk to Scooter about the light. Military is what I'm feeling. How old? Seriously? 33. I just heard Afghanistan because I'm seeing fatigues. Hair pulled back, brunette. Okay, I just heard glasses, no glasses. So I don't know, maybe she's with glasses. Okay, see that's that. But I'm here because I've asked before if they have a choice to be whatever it is. Okay, the answer is no. You get to come back as a dog or whatever. Apparently, no. That's there's one. It's a little boy energy, but I don't know if that's the energy he was when he passed. A tree, and he was able to move from one tree to another in a park. I asked him if he, had a choice of being in the tree. He said no. I asked, "Do you like being in the tree?" Or do you get upset? And no, he likes being in the tree. But I could ask Benny, "Do you like being a headboard, bro?" Hold on. I heard, okay, but then I heard sometimes when I get to, and this is not a lot, what'd you say? When I get to see boobies. Because it's a women's shelter. But if I showed you the picture that came up, when I took a picture of the thing that was moving on her bed, and I have it, but and then zoomed in enough, it was the cutest. I asked 2 eyes, a smile, and a nose. It reminded me of like watching Cars. But when I went to that memorial 2 days ago, a Josh and a Stephanie, and I was talking to the Josh. Check this out. And I was sitting facing this way towards the Josh one, okay? And then the Stephanie was this way, but I'd have to physically move, turn to look at hers. Do you know I put on my EMF box with the voice one? It actually said tramp. And because when I went to look at it, it was tramp. And I said, "Sweetie, I'm sorry. It's because you feel like I got all my attention on Joshua because it must be married, maybe brothers. I don't know, but so I sat back and I turned so I could see both of them, but they're conscious. Yes. I'll be talking to them here, and the EMF box will go, yeah, like an agreement. Yesterday morning, I kept they needed me to do some things, but I was just taking my time. And do you know what the words that came out? What was it? Like seriously gonna smack you kind of thing. Like hurry up. I'm not making it up. That's why I got all these screenshots of the words. And I'll circle. Not everyone will make sense to me, and I realize it's because I'm talking in this real time, and they might throw in a word that has to do with it, but because I don't think it's anything important, I just kind of let it go. So when then I go and check the list of all the words, I'm like, row, what does that, have anything to do with, or that just came as an example. I don't know why I did that. It's weird. But after I talk about all the things that made her happy, about the things that the journal, or in her journey in life, I want to take a picture again and see if the same exact picture, the same spot, to see whether or not that ball of energy or whatever has changed in any way. Gotten brighter, is bigger. Because if I can get a picture of that, of showing a before and after in a conversation that we have, can you imagine? I think I've already done it because, well, at least capture. I didn't get a still, it was a video. I couldn't believe it. His energy before I left of Joshua, it was just so much more. It was faster. All of the movements of the digital green little. I couldn't believe it. Like he was just so happy to be able to talk to be recognized by. I don't know. Like I asked I said, do you have the capability of leaving where you are right now? There's the spot of just. And the answer was no. And after that it was dark. Don't know. It's like standing around like this. I can't see. Well, open your eyes, and it's like telling a toddler, you can see, but just open your eyes. So I'm gonna try that, and I'll post and see how it goes. But I gotta tell you, anything that I have a question on or that I'm still not clear about. Next thing I know, it's popping up in my YouTube feed. And Dolores Cannon's like explaining it, or what's his name? I don't know, Bosch or whatever he said. And then it'll link to something else that makes sense. But the Gallery of Souls things, it's freaky as fuck. See, if I'm really recognizing when my head gets pulled to a certain direction to look at something or focus on something, and it's not something I'm conscious of, I know it's for a reason. The thing is it's like that for everybody. Just be aware of it and understand why. Like, that's pretty fucking cool. When I see a feather, I realize it wasn't because I wanted to see the feather that I didn't know it was. No, it was because something told me, feather. Isn't that pretty? It's beautiful. That's where. No. Really think about the concept of that, and that's a fucking trip. There's another conscious out there that wants me to. It just be so much more understandable once you get past the hump of knowing. Wow, my reality really just is really my reality, and you can. I'm creating everything as I go. And it's really that profound. You just don't realize it is until after you. Oh my god! So then you try it. Like, all right, I'm just gonna think of jalapenos, and what cool things would I be doing with jalapenos right now? Oh man, poppers. I mean, I'll probably get some bacon totally. Oh man, and then cream cheese. Next thing I know, I'm at the park with a buddy, and someone's giving me their leftover jalapeno poppers from Jack in the Box or whatever. That shit is happening. Even better, I'm now that I'm aware of it, it's like, well, what else can I do? And that's when all these ideas are popping into my head. Question: all forms are important, obviously, because your name, first, middle, last, address. And there's a box for everything, or a line. But let's talk about the boxes. When I think of box, I think of grid, or I think of something that can be fed through something so it's easier to read when they're mass quantities. Remember those stupid tests we had taken in school? Filling bubbles. Okay? Tedious as fuck. Then you get lost. Like, don't ever skip one. I'll just come back to that one. No, fuck up all your higher. Okay. But makes it easy to a bunch of them. Why? would a birth certificate need numbers and boxes? Now, when I looked up why boxes on tax forms have numbers, the reason it gave was a better way for the IRS to keep a record of, I guess. Or the reason, and it explains what box number 2 is for, how come 3 and 5 are the same, or how come they're different, and what one of them has to do with retirement contributions, blah, 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 whatever. A bunch of shit you can't understand. So, just take that little nugget of what I just said to the side for a second. And then what I did was I noticed, I took a text file. That was I had taken a screenshot of a text file. Hit Google Lens, hit select text. Boom, everything was highlighted. Well, that's the first. It's the first time I've taken a screenshot of something where Google Lens was actually able to recognize that everything was something that it could read. So I thought to myself, well, what's the difference? Because is it strictly legibility? No. I thought maybe it's because the computer can't read that's like signatures. Yeah, it's English. Okay. But the fuck, it's a signature. Signatures to establish a difference in everybody, right? No matter how important it is, forget the fact that you can't read it for shit. It's a scribble. But that scribble is set in stone to say that belongs to somebody, right? So much, in fact, that in forgery situations, a judge will make somebody to prove, to make their own signature like 10 times in a row. Just to confirm, make sure, okay, yeah. Because if you're forging, probably they have ways to detect, okay. I tried this. I wrote my name in handwriting. And then I wrote it just a little bit more legibly. Took a picture, went to Google Lens to see what was highlighted. And then I notated the differences. A couple of other things I noticed is that there's a couple of different colors of what's being highlighted by Google Lens. Well, what the fuck is the difference? They're both words. I can read them both. Why highlight them different colors? For different colors for a reason. It's to establish a difference in something. What difference? And then they have that cool feature where you hit listen. I can tap that text. Listen, I'm going to write, Christina is awesome. Snap. Select text. Ding. In blue. Listen, Christina is awesome. Cool. Now I'll write it a little less legibly and make this letter look a smidge. Snap. Boom. Still highlights as a word. Maybe because you can still see maybe the crisp. Okay, well, whatever. Hit listen. Christina is awesome. Okay, so they meshed the last two. All right, so what is it that's reading? AI is reading what it thinks is correct to be the word. Okay. So why the fuck would I highlight a piece of my birth certificate? The time of date or the time when I was born. Zoom in, whatever. And when I hit select text, it reads 149. Or no, 149. Doesn't look like it's 3 lid blots. Doesn't look like a 149 at all, but it said 149. Why on my birth certificate, near the doctor's name or whatever, that looks just hokey? Why does it say 7 wife? The word looks nothing like a W-I-F-E, but it says wife. Why? Again, on my birth certificate, somebody told me to pick a spot on an area. Zoom in, snap. Zoom in, snap. Magic eraser, get rid of that. What is that underneath? Zoom in, magic eraser. Saturated, get rid of this. The fuck is that? Is that a word? Took a screenshot. Went to Google Lens. It's some ancient fucking letters. What are they doing on my birth certificate? Layers under. So I'm going to do an experiment. Because there were things I was highlighting that were blank, but would say, Robert Torres. I'm like, how is that text? There's nothing. Because there's layers. So I'm going to find out what's determining the layers, the different colors. When you highlight, it's blue. You can hit it and it's going to read it. Well, how come that one's light blue? Why is that yellow? Why? Okay, so I'm going to find out when I read wife, what color was it? I'm going to go run to the dollar store here, get some white out. Take a picture of something, white it out, take a picture, see what it looks like. Just Google, because on that text file, if everything was highlighted, that means Google Lens will read anything a computer generates. But what if a human generates it? There's a difference. Because this is how the secret fucking society is the one who think they own people. This is how they're keeping track. Secretly. Okay, and of course Google's fucking yes. Google's run by Illuminati. Clearly. Cool part is whoever's helping me or wants me to at least work for them or whatever, either A, works for Illuminati. Oh, you're the Two-Face. No, because I want to apologize for everything I've ever said about you then. Because, no, I realize you're dark side, but trying to go to Jedi side. Quietly and covertly. No, my apologies to you, sir, because I don't even know if you're... I think you are. No, there's more than one of you. I did receive it. I haven't looked at it yet. My latest email. But what? You keep staring at... Oh! The reference thing, my puffer is bringing out the... The W2... Yeah, what about him? What? I'm being told to write more about what I'm talking about as opposed to record it. Because that jeopardizes my... Also, I just heard prophecy. Just becoming more aware of some things. No, but there's... No, I'm hearing somebody wants to say hi to me from... I don't know why I just said MI7, but I meant to say... You know what I meant. No, but I don't know who Dustin is, but I just heard that name. Okay, I have to go. But I'm gonna try that. I'll document it. Question. One of my journals, the ones that had the least advertised information, which usually means that I don't want a whole lot of people to watch it, actually, suddenly has 18 views. My videos to you guys usually only get one or two. It's, or at the most 3. Usually one's an accident. So 18. I should probably watch it and see which one it is, and that'll give me an idea as to maybe who was watching. I'll do that. Curious. It kind of tells me just what you guys feel is more important, I guess, that more people should, I don't know, get a look at this, we should record it. Something like that, you know? Right, I'm gonna go. They named their kid Anonymous and then pierced both of his ears. He's 1 year old. Fucking adorable. Cutest kid you ever seen in your life.